Hey, Desiree here with Soulpath Astrology and this week's Oracle card readings. Welcome to video one for card one. If this was your selection, this is what you got. As always, though, before I do reveal it, I ask that if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Hit like on these videos if you find value in them. And always, the comments, I love them. It's such a great way to connect with you and the community at large. Okay, let's do this. Card one, the Two of Cups, very similar in energy to the Lover's card. This is about collaboration. It's about relationships. It's about sharing ideas. Cups is about our feelings. So this is like coming together in synergy. Look at the imagery here. We've got these two. And there's something about this that it feels like the caduceus, like this healing, like that snake around the sword. But if you look, there's two. It's almost as though like a DNA type strand. And then we've got the angel overlooking it. So spirit overlooking the whole thing, this divine connection. This card can mean that you're about to enter into or to meet somebody that is like, this is destined to create some major power. And what I mean by that is imagine stepping into a paradigm where you feel like really complete, and then you meet another person who feels really centered in their center of gravity as well. And you come together, and this like arcing synergy of power emerges from the two of you just so deeply seated in your own centers of gravity. So, old paradigm relationships, lots of trauma bonding, lots of needing each other to trigger each other, to heal each other. Now I feel like we're entering into this new way of being where we get to let that whole enchilada go. I mean, there's always, it's a wave, right? So there's still going to be some people that are operating there, but many of us are now really moving into this new operating system whereby relationships are synergistic, they are magic making, and they aren't just here to continuously trigger our wounds. Like we've done the wound work, we're doing the shadow work. It's like not something that's constantly coming up. This is a time we're entering into an era, I believe, of relationships that are so creative. That's their purpose, is to come together in creativity, not necessarily to build babies, but there's lots of kinds of babies, right? There's creative social systems that can be a baby. There's art that can be a baby. There's just so much potential with this card upright of inviting us into this synergistic connections with others and really becoming cognizant of what is important to me in relationship, and of the ones that I have, are they mostly just ruminating in what's not working, or have they elevated themselves to where they're looking for playmates? They're looking for creative partnerships. They're looking for ways to both, expand this growth. So that's what this card is pointing towards. In particular, the lunar nodes are shifting out of Aries and Libra, which is the me we axis. We've been in that for like 18 months. This has all been about relationships. It's been this deep dive for the last year and a half about how do I be in a relationship and still hang on to my integrity, to still be vulnerable and open and honest and in deep integrity and authenticity without losing my own center of gravity, right? And so now we're shifting out of that and we're moving into Virgo Pisces. This is the axis, the grounded mystic. This is the earth goddess. This is Pisces is all things like boundarylessness and oneness and spirituality. And Virgo is the grounding force. Ask a Virgo, they'll tell you. They love the earth. They love that slow, that like, oh, it's this sense of realness. And so it's like practical magic, Virgo practical, Pisces magic. This is what's coming together. We're entering into an era where we can start tapping into an entirely different way of creation, of doing life that is just so much faster. It's so much in so much more flow, and it's inspired, like this. It's inspired by divinity. It's inspired by the Akashic. It's inspired by that perspective that has such a better view of things than the rat in the maze, which is where we've been. So if this is your card, the invitation is to take stock of your relationships, become very cognizant of what is important to you, and be honest. Like we can't have placeholders anymore. If somebody is not a fit, it's not a fit. And this does not need to be bad. We don't need to make anyone good guys or bad guys about this. It's just simply not a fit, because there's this call right now of finding the people that just like those the gears mesh together relatively effortlessly because there's things to build. There's beautiful things to build, and this is what we're being called into. So, yes. Woo, that's fun. If you want to deep dive into your personal astrology, specific just to you, if you want to get some cards that are also just special for you, that's just for your energy situation, I would love to do a reading with you. You can find the link to my calendar in the description of the card as well as the comments. And you're certainly happy to meet me over in Messenger. You can DM me and we can set something up in there as well. In the meantime, y'all have a fantastic week. Enjoy the sun, enjoy this energy. It is, we're on the tail end of a full moon. So this is an endings time. It's in Cancer. So this is like, what kind of feelings are we ready to let go of having a habit around and stepping into some new ones? What kind of nurturing do you want to create in your life? So yes. Okay. All good. Love you guys. See you again very soon. Bye for now.